7. So welcome to my new video. So here I'll just take you through a new tool on Facebook Ad Manager. So that's by the name of Audience Insights. So Audience Insights is the tool in which you can get to know all the possible details of your audiences online, all the possible insights of your people online on Facebook according to the region you're targeting, according to the geolocation, city, country, region, or even pin code. You can get to know all the possible details which Facebook and Instagram as a platform has inbuilt in its own environment. So in that, in cut short, what I'll tell, Audience Sites is that platform and the tool that Facebook offers in which you can get to know before your campaign execution, that is during your account and the campaign planning and your media planning. So this is a very important tool used by many media planners across industries, across agencies, and in job. They use this tool to identify how many people are there, how many people interests, and the actual potential audience size of people as per the targeting you are setting it across. For example, I want to know how many people who like football in Facebook as a platform, and city is Mumbai, and between the age of 18 and 34. So these are the parameters. For example, I'm looking for people who are interested in football in city Mumbai between the age of 18 and 34. So this is according to the campaign targeting which I am planning to run a campaign on Facebook. So for that, if you are new to the platform, so that's a tool, that's Audience Insights, that can help you. Otherwise, if you are experienced and you know the insights, that's well and good, but still no one can be 100% sure. It's always good to take advice and learn from the online tools available, and obviously if the Facebook is giving you such a tool, it's too good. So let's log on to the Facebook ad platform. Once you logged into the Facebook ad platform, so this is my business manager, this is my ad account. So once you log in, so Audience Insights tab, you can click on the ad manager in the top left. So this is the top icon here, ad manager, in which you'll get access to all the settings, all the features, all the policies, all the tabs related to the account, and you can make changes accordingly. So you can come down and you will see in the analyze and report section, this is Audience Insights. So as I mentioned, this is a one-shot tool for media planning purposes, media analysis purposes, media strategy purposes. So you can check on this and you can build your own audiences, know your audiences, who they are, who they want, who they're looking for online, and who are your competitors, what age group your competitors are, what are they doing online, and everything. So there are two options that they ask you, everyone on Facebook or people connected to your page. For example, if you are wanting insights about the people who are following your page, you can also check on that. But again, depends upon the page followers. It depends. The insights always based upon that. So it might be small in volume. So it's better. This option is taken by advertisers or agencies or brands or influencers who want to target future creators, future campaigns basis their own followership. For example, if I have my own followers of 1000 followers in my page, so I get to know that what are my followers interested in. Out of my 10 posts, my most of the followers are interested in video posts which are pertaining to Facebook marketing courses, rather than there are four very small percentage of people who are liking my at Google AdWords course, for example. So I can get to know, this is just a identification of how people analysis and profiling you can do from this tool. So for now, it's a generic campaign. So I'll just select everyone. So you always select everyone because it's not that you want to just restrict your audiences to only your profile. So it's just like everyone in the platform. And okay, select your campaign here. For example, I want Mumbai, as I said. I'll select Mumbai. As I mentioned, I want an age of 18 to 34. I can select from here. Here in the audience sites, the tool starts from the 18 to 65 plus. You cannot get 13 over here because it's a primitive tool, because this is as per that policies of advertising that you can only advertise and advertise to 18 plus audiences. So again, you can select here all gender, as I said in my previous video of ad set level targeting. If you had have seen my last module 3 video, 15 minutes of Facebook campaign targeting. So again, you can target here men or women, but I will always suggest always target all. This will give you an idea of the distinction between the men and female. You can just see here, right? So that's the difference, and then you can take the opinion of whom you can target depending upon your end ROI. If I want to target, say, education, so you can just select here how many people are there. So for example, my TG is a college grad, right? And I can again select here. You have to select here because it won't auto populate here. High grad. I can also select people who watch and read online, right? And also listen to music, country music. So on and so forth. As you will be populating the interest targeting here, you will be seeing the numbers changing here. So this is the total amount of reach that gives you on the platform. So as you will modify the targeting on the left hand side of the panel, you will see the numbers being changed on the right hand side of the panel. It all depends upon the online audiences. So how hyper targeting you're making the plan, or how open you're making the plan, the audience's reach and the audience's size increases and decreases accordingly. Similarly, you can see the connections here. Connections will be pages. For example, I can put my own page. I can select from all the pages here. These are all my client pages and all. So I can select from here and I can just put it here. For example, this is my own page. I'll put my own page here. So now you can see the population size will decrease because the page, as I just mentioned above in my few minutes back, when you select a page, audience size will definitely decrease because you're limiting your Facebook audience online size. It will only be restricted to your audiences, and with respect to all these targeting, it will be hyper targeting campaign. So there's no need to filter all these campaigns. It's Facebook and all the other social platforms are always better for high reach. So you remove it, and obviously for a brand influence, so you should remove it. It's always better. The better reach you have, the better chances you have to reach your KPI, the better chances you have to meet your goals, and the better options you have to test the quality of the audiences. Because if you don't have audiences, you cannot test it out. And if you have a lot of audiences, then there are a number of ways you can select what to negate, what is working for you, what is not working for it. So it's all again an A/B testing tool and all. Okay, so similarly, you can just connect here your page. These all are my page numbers as I've shown you. And this is again the place. You can always select the place. For example, the place, if it's mentioned the place on the page, for example, it's India, it's Singapore and all, you all can select from there. So it depends, again depending on targeting, if you want to select it or not. But again, I would recommend go from an open targeting, broad targeting, to a mid broad targeting, to a filtered out targeting. This will even increase your reach, and from reach you can get a high relevant audience. From high relevant audience you can filter out your most relevant and most interested audience set. Further, you can also, this is again the whole breakup of the ad set level, as I just took you through the other video, the ad set level targeting. You can combine your language targeting. If I want to conclude English, for example, if I'm targeting Mumbai, so I can also target Marathi, the most spoken language is there, and also Hindi. So these are the most popular language. You can also go with all languages, that's also added. But if you want to hyper target it, then itself I've taken the most probable audience here, who speak majorly in Mumbai, English, Hindi, and Marathi. So there's not much change in the audience size, as you can see. Further, you can also relate. For example, if I'm taking an offer campaign for only singles, so I can select a single. So this is the type of relationship status in which you can select the people who are on your interest targeting cap as per the Facebook platform and as per the Facebook reach. So how Facebook will identify who is single relationship? All those people who are mentioned as their relationship status in their own profile. So the profile status is connected at the backend to audience manager and the available potential audiences available to Facebook. So through that there's a connection, and all this profile status and the profile relationship status goes connected to the overall potential global audience size of the Facebook. From there, the Facebook identifies that this is a single profile, person who is single, and this is the profile of a person who is in a relationship. This is a profile of a person who is engaged, and so on. You can just see how the data changes. Yes, it's all depending upon, as I said, the data and the selection criteria you're selecting. In engaged, even you can just select engaged 6 months ago or 1 year ago, right? You can also select that parameters. It all depends on the campaign type that you're doing. So recently I just did a campaign for Tanishq brand. So Tanishq is the online jewelry brand in which they wanted to celebrate the first anniversary for all the couples. So in that campaign we selected engaged, who has been 6 months and above, and for example 6 months who are planning to take a jewelry online or offline, and people who have already been 1 year and who have not gifted, so they can also take that. We can show our ads to them, so that's already a relevant audience for future purposes and future prospects idea and additional. I can also target to married people, so newly married 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. We can also do that. Again, this is a campaign that I did for Tanishq and PC Jewelers, in which we target all the newlyweds and the first year anniversary people couples, in which obviously through that type of targeting we reached to approximately 6 million people across cities in India, and through that ROI was increased by 43% online. So that's the power of Facebook artificial intelligence and targeting parameters that you can take heed of. So this whole targeting that I'm just trying to convey through my videos, through my online sessions, through my website, through my YouTube videos, it's all for your understanding, all for your knowledge, all for your learning, just to understand you in a most appropriate and optimal way of how to use the targeting in Facebook and how the targeting can be used for your campaigns. It's not like that you can select all or not. I'm just explaining why you should use, how you should use, and when you should use. So these all implications will give your campaign a boost and understanding to scale up your campaign. So that's again a 100 scaling factors that I already have mentioned in my own online audiences book, so that I'm also stating here. So these all are mentioned in my next videos, past videos, and also the book that I've also shared on Amazon. You can also check that. These all hacks and 100 plus custom reports and analytics and insights have been shared there for easy reference. Again, coming back to here, education, again, as I said, my profile and targeted candidates and interest targeting audiences are from high school, so I can select that. You can even select any one of these, or even you cannot select it. It's depending upon your audience size. You can even select job professionals. For example, I want manager level and above, intern if it comes. Sometimes it doesn't come because it all depends on audience size. Any audiences who are above 1000 in size in Facebook considers that. So my audience is also in IT technical services, also in government jobs. So I can select that, and so on and so forth. You can select accordingly, right? The more you do, the more you get the option to add on as a targeting. The more targeting and the more relevant you add, the costing will slightly increase, but the more relevant audience you get. But again, I'll say when you are a new user, to an old user, we can do a thousand sort of elements and things in levels of targeting. We can do demo, we can do city, we can do interest, we can do language, we can do country, we can do culture, we can do job titles, we can even do mobile and internet connectivity targeting. We can even do 2G, 3G, 4G connectivity targeting, CDMA sets, all types of etc targeting. You just see how much I'm saying there are multiple level of targeting. Even browser level targeting is available. But again, for a new user, I always suggest go from broad funnel, open funnel, because if you not know the audience, you cannot do anything about the audience online. You do not know how your audience are interacting. You do not know exactly how the system will behave to the audiences, because your website and your campaign does not have any online history. So if you are going to target campaign, your audience size will be very less, and from very less, there's a very little chance that any audience will interact further with your website, and hence the ROI and at the end the conversion sale or the ROI factor or the conversion rate is slightly very poor. So it's better go from the high level funnel from 100x to 50x to 30x and then to 10x for a better opportunity drive. Again, we can target parents or parents who are recent parents or newly parents or anything of this age. This is again, you can target a campaign depending on campaign to campaign. You can always see, for example, if it's a government campaign regarding some vaccine, you can select these all parameters 0 to 2 years, or people, or you have launched, Lenovo has launched a new laptop. So people, children who are between 8 to 15 years of age, you can also select that. So depending upon that, you can just see the targeting. Is all depends on the planning. So this tool is whole for the media planning and insights for your campaign or the client or your own good or your own business, right? So you can use it accordingly, right? So this is for the US parameter. You need not use this. This is only for some features, and few features are only for US residents. We cannot use that, so we can close that. Okay, one more interesting thing is the live events. We can also capture people who have again listened to my earlier status and my conversation on relationship status, how Facebook captures and identifies relationship status. So same goes with how Facebook identifies live events. If someone has mentioned live events, for example, if I'm recently married, I usually post tagging my girlfriend or my wife that we are recently engaged or married. So from that particular content, from that particular timeline event, from that particular post, Facebook puts you in that category. So all the category, all the posts are obviously totally into the Facebook ecosystem. So once you tag something, your ecosystem further gets filtered out. So you're already in the Facebook ecosystem, then you come into the ecosystem which is one filter down. For example, you are engaged, and then again the next filter will be you are married 2 months down the line, you're engaged 6 months down the line. So that's how the Facebook subsets all your and filters all your demographic and interest level things. So just imagine in your head, you are a profile in Facebook, and now you're graduated. You will come into the graduated filtered out, and then you are done post graduation. Then you will come to the post graduation profile segment and audience size, and then you're getting engaged. Then you come who is a person and a profile who is, for example, Sam, who is graduated and postgraduate and who is engaged. He'll come in all the three segments together. So if any person, as a you as an advertiser who select that I want to identify a person who is between 25 to 35 years of age and is engaged, so I'll come in that. Who is a graduate, Sam will come in that. Who is a postgrad, Sam will come in that. So that's how it's the same profile but is distinguished between the advertisers. Why? Because they are paying to Facebook to buy that particular audience, to show their ads to the particular audience. This is the whole ad network and the roadmap of how the publisher end to advertiser end, and how the ads served are being done on advertising platform. That's in a nutshell. I just described it to you. Okay, so this is the targeting being done. So now you can just see the whole identification of the roadmap of the targeting that you're getting. We are seeing 2.5k to 3k people are available as a potential audience. Out of that, you can see 81% are men and 19% are women. 23% are all across Facebook. So all across Facebook means across Facebook irrespective of your location. So 81% and 90% are from a targeting here, and 81% and 19% are overall through your age group. For example, 18 to 64, that's a differentiation, right? So I can just assume 81 to 90% as is a men heavy campaign, and you can just see 1834 is only highlighted because we have selected 1834 here, right? From this chart we can originate that my campaign will be more delivered toward men, so I can optimize towards male majority campaigns, male majority interests like cricket, like volleyball, like computer games and all, right? So if you are planning for a female oriented campaign, then your strategy should change over here. Then you should select something else here, right? Then there's all the insights and the algorithm will change here. You can see the relationship status here. 50 are single because obviously we have selected 18-34% of age here. 39 are married again because of this age, and if you change this age, the whole data will change. If I put here, for example, 30 to 45, now you just see the change. In 30, 21% are single, 79% are married. So that's how the Indian ecosystem is, because it's Mumbai location India, so people generally marry between 25 to 30 years of age on an average. So that's how the maturity has changed, right? And here also you can see high school have passed. So these all metrics, how many people are working class, and how many people of the working class have designated their profile name as working in category, which category: management, sales, IT, and also these all are interest targeting of the users, of the profile of the users. You can target to from the campaign. You can target now from the campaign the people who are interested in IT services, management services, sales services. These all are the audiences sizes. So you can use these all data for the media planning and for client observation and for client pitches. You can also see the top categories of pages as per the targeting, the people who, so this tab includes all those details. For example, the profile of the people like mostly these category pages: real estate, community, real estate developer, because 30 to 45 all people are behind taking property or taking some investment. So you can see top 3-4 parameters depending on investment, and the pages like again investment. Why? Because it all depends again on the targeting you want. If I want something targeting of food category, for example, if I'm planning to make a media plan for Zomato as a client, right? So I'll, because Zomato is again a millennial brand, I can just select again from 18 to 45, right? And I can just remove this targeting. All the people who love music and reading, I'll just remove it. I'll just open it, and I'll also remove some of these targeting. I'll remove all these targeting now, just to show you the high volume available with Facebook, right? 10 million, 10 million people are there. Community, you can just see the pages here, things to do in Mumbai things. So all my audiences in this particular city, Mumbai, as per the targeting, are invested toward these all pages. So you can select these all groups and pages and interests in your interest targeting, as I mentioned, in your ad set level of a campaign. So location, you can like select You can just see Malad. This gives you a custom location belt of your city. For example, if it's a state, it'll give you cities. It's a city, it'll give you regions. So maximum you can select is Mumbai is an area and its suburbs around. You can say the neighboring parts like Kodla West, Malad East, Array, Kandivali and all. So that's the area you can always select and distribute your budget accordingly. Okay. And again, as I said about mobile device and all, so you can just see mobile heavy is 93% as a Facebook as a device, and 89% is Android. So generally what industry trends are, it's always 85 to 90% mobile and 10 to 15% of desktop, including tablet and TV screens. And in terms of Android and iPhone, it's usually 80-20, sometimes 80-85 and 10-15. It depends upon iPhone and Android and etc. See, you can just see iPhone is 3% here, Android is 89% here, mobile web is 7%. So that fluctuates, some 10 to 15, but all are range because my Android phones in India are the highest capacity and highest majority, so it will always be high. So mobile you have seen, device you have seen, page likes you have seen, areas you have seen, and demographics you have seen, categories you have seen, and demos you have seen. So this includes all the insights and analysis of pre-analysis of your plan, pre interest targeting of a plan, and the pre-sales pitch you can deliver out and make your own plan accordingly, whatever client you're doing or pitching, or the service you're doing, services you are pitching to, or even for your own influencing or blogging perspective, even you are promoting your own self as an influencer or a brand. So these are all the insights that you need to know and before launching any of a campaign. So if you do this bit and you understand this well and recapitulate on whatever I have said and uttered and detailed, definitely it will save you huge amounts of money. Definitely it'll each day save you 20 to 30% of your bucks that you're spending online and splitting online and spilling online. So do remember all these hacks and tips. They'll definitely lead you to a more conservative and a more efficient and optimal campaign. Okay, do take note of my notes here, and see you on my next video. I'll take you through more of insights on pixels, on audience manager, and different levels of analytics. Till then, stay safe and keep learning.